Episode 23, Hidden Princess. Daniel gave her his business card. Of course, Serena had known him, so she directly cut to the chase. Daniel was an incredibly busy person. If it were any other client, he would not bother to take the case. However, this girl looked so much like that person. After knowing what had happened, Daniel took the case. After they had talked about the case, Daniel was a bit hesitant to ask. "This might be a bit awkward, but I feel like you look like a good friend of mine. I wonder what your mother's name is?" Serena had seen that coming, but she did not reply immediately. Thinking she was offended, Daniel quickly shook his head and said, "If this is not convenient for you, Melina Clark." Daniel was dazed. This name was completely strange. However, he did not want to give up and continued to ask. "You took your mother's last name?" "Yes, I do not have a father." Hearing that, Daniel could not continue to ask her anything, checked the time, and proposed to go to his office. Serena followed him to the law firm upstairs and carefully collected the documents from him. After they exchanged their contact information, Serena went downstairs into a shopping mall. Since she got married to Jake, she only had one decent dress, in addition to the outfits that Lila had picked out for her. Of course, she needed to purchase herself more stuff. After the shopping spree, it was 5 o'clock when she returned home and got a call from an unknown number. "Hello? Hi there!" A cheerful voice came through the speaker. "Henry? Bingo! You have become smarter in these 2 years." "You found out about it?" "Of course. Go check web," said Henry, matter-of-factly. She turned on the computer and found that the topic Eva drama had been pushed to the top. The hot topics were about niece of the Cox family and Eva's abortion. Serena checked the topics and found that the information was far more comprehensive than what she had learned in her previous lifetime. "Wow!" Serena was dumbstruck. "Where did you get this stuff? This is so impressive. She had an abortion in high school? How come I never knew that?" "Of course you don't know. You were so clueless in high school," Henry said ruthlessly. Serena laughed, feeling incredibly carefree. "I really had no idea that you were a hidden princess. Isn't it nice to have your revenge?" "It feels all right. Probably much better than how you feel." Henry chuckled, feeling oddly intimate with her. "Would you treat your buddy to lunch at some point?" "Me? I remember at high school you still owed me a barbecue." "Oh my god. How long ago was that?" Henry was dumbstruck. "You want to be a deadbeat?" Serena curled her lips and lay on the couch, relaxed. This was probably the happiest moment she had ever experienced in 2 lifetimes combined. So, this was what it felt like to have a friend. Serena had no idea that the man upstairs had seen all her behaviors. Leaning against the rails on the 2nd floor, Jake caught a glimpse of the smile on Serena's face that he had never seen before. She had never been so happy in front of him. It seemed that she was in a great mood, actually. Feeling the freezing gaze, Serena looked up and felt how cold his look was. Her heart trembling, she saw him looking down. Following the direction of his eyesight, Serena saw her teal dress. Since she had put one leg on the back of the sofa and the other on the arm of the sofa, he could see her smooth legs as well as part of her panties. She immediately blushed and sat straight. "I would never do that." Henry did not detect Serena's odd behavior, opened his fridge, and took out a bottle of Coke. "How about Saturday night? I'll treat you to a nice dinner." Stared at by Jake's invasive eyes, Serena suddenly felt her scalp prickling. She replied absent-mindedly to Henry's question and then quickly hung up. Her heart was beating so fast. For some reason, Serena felt a bit guilty, as if she got caught cheating on her husband. "Are you done?" Jake narrowed his eyes, his voice low. The same tone as always, not much different from before. However, Serena felt even more guilty and quickly changed the subject. "So, you're back already? I thought you would work late." Jake raised an eyebrow, stood up straight, and put one hand in his pocket, asking, "You hoped that I would work late?" Serena paused, not knowing what to say. In her previous lifetime, Jake had always worked late, and sometimes he would have been away from home for 3 days. Every time she called to ask when he would come home, he would have always answered that he was busy. However, how come he was no longer busy in this lifetime? Serena became quiet and whispered, "No." It was suddenly extremely awkward. The servant Nanny Harper quickly said, "Sir, madam, dinner is ready." "Okay." Serena looked at Nanny Harper gratefully and sat down at the dinner table. Jake walked slowly down from upstairs. Hearing his footsteps, Serena felt pressured by his presence because she was feeling quite guilty. However, why would she have such a feeling? She did not do anything at all. Thinking of that, Serena felt much better. She slowly started to eat. Her movements were so elegant that it was great to watch. It was so different from 2 days ago. However, she acted so natural that it was easy to tell that she did not try to pretend anything. In just a few days, how could she have such a huge change? Maybe she was pretending to be a different person 2 days ago. What good would that do for her, though? Jake felt that it was more and more difficult for him to read this woman. He elegantly reached for a shrimp with his fork. And at that exact moment, Serena's fork clashed with his.